We are late, like too late for the schedule that I set for myself, but also like I am too late because I set this live at 3, I think, and then I'm here at 4:15 p.m. So uh, the timing is still not good, and I have been woken up early, but it just it never been right to actually move at the morning and then going to get things done by 3 p.m. So I'm like, it's this is very unsatisfying feeling because I'm like stuck in this kind of experience. But then like it happened, and then we have another day to try, another day to experience the moments that we want to experience, that eventually we will get there. So yeah, we'll get there. We have the opportunity for tomorrow. So that's one way to see this unfathomably sad moment. But then I don't know how I get into this topic, but this has been quite a while. This idea has been in my mind for quite a while because I'm the person who likes to be like, I am the best, I'm the first one, I'm like um the top of the top and all that stuff. But at some point, I also understand that I cannot bypass those people with gift. So there are people who don't need to learn things because they are here gifted in that way. And I have my moments, I have my area of gift that I don't need to learn. But eventually, there are things that I need to learn. And then someone else out there are very gifted in an area, and I'm so jealous about it. But essentially, I don't need to be jealous if I learn the things and see that I can do such a way. Oh, right. So last night I was like so in my singing moment, and I just sing and I sing and I sing and I get in, and it reminded me to a moment where I learned to sing with my own voice, because sometimes people try to mimic, try to replicate other people's voice, and they never get into that area of singing because that is just not their voice, and they don't have the skill. So people with gift don't need to learn, but because the system itself is already in their body, or maybe something in some way the system just sustain that type of manifestation, which is in singing you can sing really good. But in singing you don't just like give out your voice, you eventually give the emotion itself in your voice, because there are people who sing but they can't actually deliver that emotional singing. There are people who is really gifted in that area but they can't sing. So there are people with different kind of way, but then I am really jealous with people who can sing, because that's a different way to extend your sensitivity, because you can let people feel you, feel your voice, feel the vulnerability of your voice that tell a story. So telling the story through your voice is actually really, really awesome, and I love to have that. But in singing, I can't reach into that extent of giving out the tune that encompasses the feeling. Really jealous of it. So that's why like I always like, just slow down. You don't need to be so hard on yourself, because you have other things that you are here for, and that thing that you are here for is also accompanied with whatever it is that you are gifted with. So I'm not gifted in that way. That's okay. And in that area, in my area of gift, I am the expertise of it. And then other people in that area are the expertise of it. But eventually, if you feel the pull, if you feel called to learn those things, and you just take your first step into the thing, you don't need to be hard on yourself because you are in a different stage, in a different flow, in a different momentum, and no one out there in their right mind would judge you into like, oh my God, you're so dumb. I thought about it. It's like, if I were a baby and then I just started to walk, would you actually like pointing out to the baby, oh my God, you're so dumb, why can't you walk? You would never do that. But eventually, if you are growing up and you're trying to learn something, there are an expectation that you need to be great at something. But in this kind of learning, you are not, because this is not your area of gift. And people with their right mind would never say it to your face like that. That is one way to see it. Also, like, I'm very great at that. Like pointing out, oh my God, you're so dumb. Why can you do this? And I was just being hard on myself and all that stuff. And I see that whenever I have this moment of I can't get it right. I can't get it out. I can't make the things that I envision. And then things just click. Oh my God. And then those pointing fingers at me is actually me pointing fingers at myself because I can't get it out, because I have the vision, but I can't get there. And I was like, this is very nerve wracking, because I'm like, I know where to go, but it seems like I can't have that right now. And it's frustrating. And I just can't help it to say, this is so dumb. But if you know where you want to go, you already have the path lining up for you. The problem is that the adjustment to your physicality, your reality, will take a moment until you realize, oh, it actually moved this way. It actually have the link into this and this and this. And then you start to encapsulate all the things. And then you make the essence of the things that you want to master. And that's why, like, whenever people who is gifted, who is already ahead of you, they already know the game. So there is no reason for you to catch up, to compete with those people, because they're in a different space. And if you're trying to fight them and you are face to face with them and they can see you that you're trying to compete with them, this master, these people with gift would see you and it's like, you're so cute. I was there. I was like, I was you like moments ago. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so cute. I expect people to see me in that light, because those people are not here to compete. They are here to experience. And when they are here to experience, they don't have that judgment. They just welcome you into the space of this thing. Because they're, oh my God, there are so many other people who is here, who is like experiencing this stuff with me. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so cool. So the expectation change. And that's what makes this idea of blaming yourself, self-hatred, become less and less apparent. This is highly connected to how do you perceive the situation. Sometimes people have different idea, different visual about the things that they experience. And that's why, like, I always say, if you can make your experience so specific, to a specific degree, like, okay, you hate yourself when you can't get it right, but how do you actually hate yourself? Not just like the essence of the experience, the energy of the experience, which is like, how do you actually experience that? Like how I say in my own experience, that whenever I can't get it right, I have this pointing fingers that I always said, you are so dumb, this is so ridiculous, why can't you get it right at the first trial, and all that stuff. But you just try it, you just have a moment with it and it doesn't go as you want it, and then you can have another try and you can have a go another one. So it doesn't need to be that difficult. It doesn't need to be that pressure, that much of a pressure. And you can just like, let's try it again. Let's try it again. Let's have a go in another day. Let's rest. Let's like, you also need to know the pace itself. Because sometimes people try to like on the go, on the go, on the go, not knowing that they have depleted their energy. So the lever of your spirituality, emotional, and mental is what you need to recharge, which I already talked about. So never compete with the master, okay? Never compete with people with gift. Those people don't even need to learn anything, they just have it. Because that's what they are here for. But you have your thing, so be proud on this area and be humble on the other. That's the thing. That's also like one of the things, like don't compete and also be humble, because you are not here with everything. Everyone has its own purpose, and if you understand that part, you also need to know that you are here not for the purpose of that, but just to have fun, experience the moment of learning, and receive what you can receive. So yeah, I hope this makes sense to you. And this is such a quick one because we have falling back the schedule, falling down. I don't know the word for it, but you get it.